DBSCG things.
What is up, you guys? My name is Taxon.
My name's Blood Tanks.
And welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG things. And today we're bringing you another exciting battle. Let me tell you, we have been testing set 15 like crazy. So today we're bringing you set 15 Red Broly versus set 15 Blue Cabba. But before we get into it, I do want to say if you're looking for any custom mats and or sleeves, hit up Pro Mats, guys. I will leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check them out. They do phenomenal work. And also, guys, I do want to say if you're new here or enjoy today's content in any way, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and also hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a video. And with that being said, guys, let me turn this camera around and show you guys this battle. Alrighty, you guys, so here we are with the battle. I am on the left playing the new set 15 Red Broly, and I am joined today by Blood Tanks playing his variation of the new set 15 Cabba.
What's going on, Yup gang?
Absolutely. So as usual, we are doing what we would normally do, starting off the die roll, trying to see who starts, and it looks like I took high roll after we rolled like 3 times rolling the same number. I kept one in hand, shuffling everything back. Red Broly is interesting. All I really kept here was my Unison because I wanted to guarantee having that on turn 2. So that's how that is. And I know your deck kind of works the same because I'm pretty sure that Awakening revolves around the same, like having Unison, kind of like Go Tanks.
Yep,
Like,
so the card that I ended up keeping was the Khalifa, activate main, 1 energy, draw 2 cards. I definitely think she's a really good card, especially to help with the draw power that the leader already puts out. But I did end up mulliganing almost my whole hand back just because I did not get into my Unison.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel like you need to see that in your opening hand.
Absolutely. Dropping that on turn 2 and getting like that big draw advantage into your Awakened turn is huge.
And play it out for 2 energy, plus a marker, draw a card, swing lead, auto on leader, pitch a U6 card, draw 2, awaken, draw another 2. That's 5 cards to hand on turn 2.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Alright, so you just did what you could do. Charge multi, swing, you did a damage. You passed back to me, I charged the strategies of U7, and then I swing. I did my effect to pitch an extra card and draw 2. I pitched the extra card that has an activate main where I can limit 1, burst 1 from the top of my deck, and then rip a life. Playing my Unison on turn 2, which is phenomenal. You get the activate main where you get to look at the top 5 and grab any activate battle extra card from it. So that's pretty sick. I end up getting like crit one of my favorite cards in the deck, honestly. Just giving any Broly card crit is sweet. You take the damage, and then I swing with the Unison. You take that damage as well, and I pass back.
So I'm going to send it off with a charge, and then I did end up having my Unison in hand. When I pitched for Cabba on turn 1 for me, I ended up drawing the 2. I drew into one of my Unisons, and then when I mulliganed my hand back, I had another one. Just because I know with the Broly deck and all the activate battles and everything like that, it's very easy for him to get off double strikes, get off crits. And normally when I play my Unison, I have to tap myself out for it. Been thinking about playing that turn 3, maybe making it a little bit more optimal. But I kind of figured that he was going to go more towards my Unison, so I definitely was clutch having another one in hand.
Absolutely. Yeah, being that Broly is more of a control deck, he doesn't want to see Unisons at all. He's basically going to dump into Unison, get rid of Unison, and then start poking at the life. Especially with my playstyle of the Broly deck, that's how what I've come to find out, you know. So you just did what you could. You tapped, you played out Unison, you get the plus, got your draw. You swing, you pitch 1, draw 2, you awoken, draw 2, and then you did both those damages, and then you pass back. I charge. I'm using my activate main here. I love this activate main, just being able to grab out anything, especially being that activate main just gives you a card that you want and drop anyways, so then you get to go swing with your leader right after and then just pitch the card that you just go pick up to draw 2.
It's honestly super nutty how many extra cards that deck runs.
Yeah, man. Me personally, I just want to call this deck like either cont-roly, like Control Broly, or Prison Broly, just because it reminds me so much of Prison Frieza. It's just pure extra cards and control all the way up until he just starts dropping all these double strikers. So here I'm just doing what I can.
I honestly think the deck's pretty extra, but it's...
That was a pretty dang good pun. I like that. Alright, so you're charging up your 3rd energy.
So the way I play this deck, I don't really normally play too much on my turn. I do think I end up getting a Vegeta Cabba off, or no, It's a Goku hit for a blocker. I normally try to play more so on his turn. So a lot of the times, especially throughout this video, you're going to see me with 4 or 5 plus energy standing, swing lead, pass turn, just because I do think that the leader's auto, when you play a U6 card on your opponent's turn, it allows you to stand in energy. I definitely take advantage of that with the new cards that came out. And if I'm playing a card using a rival, it pluses a marker on my unison. So I definitely think that that's super clutch as well. So pretty much my deck build of this is a lot of like counter plays, and then of course the big, sweet, beefy 8-drop.
Absolutely. And I really like that Vegeta Kawa card, man. Not only is the art like beautiful, and I'm just like a huge fan of Vegeta, but the card is actually like really, really good for any color energy in that deck. So either one blue or one yellow, it comes out. Whether or not you get the bottom deck, I just feel like a 19k dual attacker for one energy essentially, or if you even put them onto the field on your opponent's turn for free, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, even early turn, if your opponent's not awoken and you put him out, if they don't have a negate in hand, they're going to have to pitch 2 cards from hand in order to just survive that one swing. So I definitely feel like that is a very powerful card, and like you said, the art is just absolutely phenomenal on it.
Absolutely. So I'm just doing what I can. I swang lead. I pitched a gigantic meteor. I drew 2. My unison is officially a double strike, so I swing. You block. Here I'm like, yep, I'm trying to kill him. So I drop my first super combo of the game, bringing my unison up to 25. They try to get rid of him. So you're looking to do some rival things. You played Vegeta Kaba. It was clutch too because you did counter with the Champa double strike negate. When that happened, it's restood to energy, so it restood you up to energy, which you inevitably just ended up paying 1 and comboing out or rivaling out the Vegeta Kaba. It's pretty clutch.
The Champa, the foil on him is absolutely gorgeous as well. And I mean, for 1 energy, so he's a 3-drop on your opponent's turn. It's reduced by 1, and then the leader auto, since he is a U6, does let me restand in energy. So essentially, I'm negating an attack, paying 1 energy, and now I have a 19k double strike, which I think, all in all, 1 energy, 19k double strike negates not bad at all, especially for the style in which that I run the deck.
Not at all. And when we were discussing this earlier, I did say that I believe for 1 energy, like maybe dropping that on like the last attack or so that maybe it doesn't get removed. It's just great being able to use that to get rid of unisons. Like double striking on unisons is phenomenal. Being that it's a 19k too, it hits a lot of different unisons.
Oh, 100%.
So here it's going into my turn.
Doing Broly stuff.
Doing Broly things. Oh no, it's not even my turn.
No,
You're
I
swinging.
I swing.
On your
negated.
first swing, I negated with the Vegeta. What do you call it? Is that all you got? It pitches a card when you negate with it, and then you get to choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards minus 15. I target both his cards, and then on his next attack, I use the Broly negate from the new set. What it does, it negates the attack, limit 1, and then you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards and minus about 10k. Choosing the dual attacker blocker guy so that he doesn't get any benefits from him on my turn, and or just any more dual attacks towards my unison, because you've been trying really, really hard to get towards my unison, but I've been negating, minusing, and just controlling the board.
100%.
So here I play Broly. This is funny because I remember you sat there and looked at your hand like, man, should I respond? And I looked at your hand and I was like, oh, he had some stuff.
Oh yeah, because you did hit me with a Broly crown, and you ended up bursting one of my super combos from it.
Yep,
so at this point he knew. Yep. At this point he knew what I had in my hand. I believe I had the 8-drop, a Champa the Trickster, and like 2 negates.
You had so many negates, dude. You had like 2D magics. You had like 2 of the new SR like Violent Raids for Blue or whatever that is.
Which is an absolutely phenomenal card, especially, I mean, in general, blue decks in general, but even if you're playing U6, I think it's a must.
So I get my auto here off my lead swing. I pitch the crit card. I draw 2. I love that card in the drop area because on your backside, now hear me out on this, the sequencing with that card and the double strike card is very important. So on the backside of the leader, you get to draw 1. If you have 7 more extra cards in your drop area, you get to activate Battle 1 from it. So the crit card says if your leader card is 15k power or less. The double strike one does not. So if you swing with your leader, draw a card, you can use the crit card from the drop area to give him +5 in crit, and then you can use 1 energy to drop a draw 1 10k double strike on it. So for 1 energy, you can make your leader a 30k double strike crit, which is, in my opinion, phenomenal.
So it looks like you pass turn and it's my turn. I'm gonna charge, and one thing, when you keep getting rid of my unison, I feel like that definitely hurts the deck. I mean, it has decent draw power on the awaken turn, but other than that, I feel like you're kind of relying on your unison to plus that marker to get that draw. So far, playing the deck, I haven't found that the -1 marker, 2 energy, flip your opponent's leader has came in too helpful. Just for the new decks that I've been playing in set 15, like Goku, he can still awaken because his awakening skill is technically not an awaken.
Oh, are you talking about the Gohan Ape?
Yeah, Gohan
Yeah,
Ape.
the auto is like not even worth it to use that effect against him.
So it looks like I ended up bringing out another
Or
Vegeta
any Surge
Cable.
leaders. I do remember you did test against a Broly Surge the other night, and you were not able to use that effect because Awaken Surge is not Awaken or Wish.
Yeah, which is pretty crappy, but I feel like in certain matchups that being able to flip your opponent's leader is definitely super powerful.
Yeah, that's sweet. So you passed back here. You didn't do much. You swing. I dropped the negate. Your dude got minus, and you said, "I'm not swinging again. I don't want him to die."
Yeah, 100%.
Like you didn't even swing with unison because if you did, I could still negate and drop a minus on him. So what I do is I charge a negate. I use my activate effect on the unison, the +1, and what it does is it grabs the gigantic meteor out of the top 5. Phenomenal card, great to use for 1 energy on my turn, great to use for 1 energy on my opponent's turn for survival on a big beefy attack, and or just pitching it with my leader's swing so that I can use it off my leader's auto on the backside. So with that being said, here I swing in with a double strike, probably swing in unison because like this matchup
it's definitely
was
your
basically
biggest threat.
swing in unison, swing in unison, swing in unison.
Especially, yeah, we're both
it's
playing
heavy
control.
playing control. Yeah, we're just trying to control the unisons, trying to control the field, each of us. And the thing is, in this matchup, we both know that each other's boss monsters will kill each other's boss monsters. So it's kind of hard to like really time out when you want to drop your boss monster. Being that, especially since like if I wanted to tap 3 for Broly right now. Last turn I dropped a Broly Crown and I already know he has Kefla in hand. So if I allow him to just arrival out and just get rid of my Broly, I essentially just tap 3 for no reason. So here I'm looking at my hand, I'm looking to play a Unison. The Vegeta Unison, I believe I tap 5 for this card so that I can get it to stick on field so that next turn I can do the -2 again. So here I play him out for 5. You're like, what does this card do? Yep, and I'm like, yep, this is where it's gonna be rough for you.
And then I read the skills, absolutely awesome unison, but that is definitely one card that just squats and poops all over my whole entire deck.
Absolutely, being that your entire deck is like battle cards that come off through counterplay, battle cards that come off through arrival, all like even like your Kefla card, even your Kefla card comes off an activate main, so that's still a skill. Roughly enough that's a skill that's just gonna put it right to the drop.
Honestly, I think we run 2 cards that don't get affected by that, and they're the 1-drop yellow Keflas that are pretty much our Khalifas
the searchers,
top 7. Yeah, the searchers.
Yep, the Kill Searcher and the Kefla Searcher.
That's pretty much the only thing that I'm not playing off of the skill. So once he drops that, he minuses 2. I really can't do much. But
here I use my Heroine's Lineage. I swooped your dude.
Yep, Raccoon.
Yep, so here I was like, you know what? I already minused him. I know he's not going to be able to play much on his next turn. So here I'm just going to use my final energy. I have one of those homicidal clone negates in my hand as well, so I know I can rip a life to negate like 2 attacks. So here I felt safe tapping 1 to get that extra attack in order to get rid of his unison. So that was pretty clutch here.
So you ended up passing turn. At this point, I'm pretty sure I have like a decently low hand. I don't think I charged this turn. I'm at 5 energy.
Right back to me immediately.
Yeah. I swing lead just so I can get that extra draw in, and then I pretty much passed. I mean, I can't really play any battle cards, and like I said at the beginning, I mainly play cards on your turn, so it's pretty rough for me at this point right now.
Yep, so here I'm in my awakening turn. Blood Tanks was talking, but I had to get hype about this. Using that card from the drop area to burst 1, to rip a life, just so that I can use my minus effect so that you can't use a Kefla on my turn. Then I pay 3 to put the Broly out, and now I'll awaken, I'll stand 1, and I'll draw 2.
Super clutch play, honestly.
Super
the
clutch.
timing on that is absolutely awesome, especially the way you paid 5 energy for him so you could do that -2 effect twice. Yep. Nasty.
Yep. And now I'm sitting knowing that I don't have to worry about Kefla, but of course on my very first swing, you negate with the Violent Razor Blue, making it so I only get one more attack. So here I swing in with my leader. I can use a card from my drop area since I have so many in my drop area. It's going to give him +5 in crit. The auto on my Broly is going to go off. I get to pitch a card from hand. He will stand to active mode. Clutch thing about that is because if I pitch a copy of him, I get to draw 2 cards and minus something, ignoring barrier. 35. I don't know if I said that correctly, but anyways, 35 ignoring barrier, amazing board removal. Here I pay 1 and drop a double strike, draw a card. I super combo draw a card, so really trying to push that double strike crit in.
I end up super comboing
Super combo and rested the dual attack because you know I could swing under.
Yep, because that Violent Raise, you only get one more attack with a battle card or unison with 20k power or more, and that Vegeta Cabba is a 19 dual attack. So
absolutely,
I definitely wanted to get that super combo out just so he didn't have those extra 2 attacks on me. As you can see, I have, I believe, like 2 or 3 cards in hand. Still really can't play any cards unless I want them in the drop area, so I still don't have much to do.
Negate.
He ends up passing turn, and I don't believe you did the -2 effect this turn. So I actually,
I'm at one marker.
Are you?
Yep,
okay.
I did. So going into my next turn will be the turn that I'm not able to.
Okay.
But yep, I did it knowing that being able to get that off 2 turns in a row is just super nasty. Now you're not able to do nothing on your turn again. You basically just swing.
Pretty much just
give me a card again.
Puts me to a stall for 2 turns, which definitely very, very rough.
So here I draw. I don't run any Earthlings because I can't, so I can't play nothing. Here I swing in with a 35 double. Here he says no negates, I believe. No, actually, no, I think you negate.
Yeah, I believe I had a dimension in hand. Or I think I bean.
Oh, no. You are combo now. So here I know you don't have any negates in hand, so I'm basically free roam for game. I know you're going to survive this, but now I know that I can go in with my leader since you don't have a negate. So I pay 3, drop another Broly. You have a response, which is crazy. So you drop Zamasu as your last card in hand. It's going to rest them, and you get to draw a card. Hopefully you don't get a negate out of this.
So you didn't -2 that turn because I was able to play him.
Nope, I did not -2 on this one. This one I drew. This turn I drew 1.
And
that was last turn.
That leaves me with 1 card in hand. So I pretty much, at this point, I knew it was game, but I wasn't going down without a fight. So I definitely had to stick in. I wanted to rest his
Here I'm just
Broly,
about to go crazy.
even though I know he can restand him. I wanted to get something done. I get to draw a card, hopefully get a negate.
Yep, absolutely. And the auto on this Broly is just absolutely phenomenal. I don't need a crit because you're only at 2 life, so I just use the double strike from the grave. I super combo draw a card. I drop Frieza's Death Beam, -you by 10, and then I sit here and drop every single extra card with a +5k, and that wraps up the game.